For Bloody Brilliant Games, I'm Sam. These are the week's headlines. We begin with Team Ninja's response to reports that it's looking to reboot Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden in the near future. According to Korean outlet RuliWeb, studio head Fumiko Yasuda said during a panel at the G.O.R.E conference in Busan that he was working to bring fans more news as soon as possible. A slide reportedly shown at the end of his panel shows the image of both classic Team Ninja series along with the headline "The Future of Team Ninja, Reboot of Popular Series," written in Japanese. The following day, Team Ninja gave a statement to VGC in response that while it had enthusiasm for the potential new Ninja Gaiden or Dead or Alive games, it currently has no news to share on the classic franchises. Elaborating on Yatsuda's comments in English, Team Ninja told VGC that it had no specific details or information to share on its future plans for the series. Creative director Tom Lee told VGC, quote, "Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden are both long-standing pillar franchises for Team Ninja. These celebrated titles are synonymous with our studio history and reputation. It goes without saying that when speaking about the development of our past and future projects, both of these important titles cannot be left without mention. However, there are no details or information to share on either of these franchises at this present time. Like many of our dedicated fans, we share the enthusiasm for the return of these beloved titles, and we will be sure to provide a proper update if and when that date arrives." Next, 4 games developed by Studio Onoma are set to shut down, it's been announced. We noted at the beginning of November that the developer formerly known as Square Enix Montreal was being closed by its owner, the Embracer Group, just months after its acquisition. According to the announcement, Arena Battle Champions, Deus Ex Go, Hitman Sniper The Shadows, and Space Invaders Hidden Heroes will be removed from iOS and Google Play stores on the 1st of December. Players who already own the games will be able to continue playing them until the 4th of January 2023, at which point they will lose access. The announcement also noted that all in-game purchases will be stopped effective immediately, and thanked the community of all 4 games for playing. Finally, in what's been a very quiet week for games news, Sony has announced that God of War Ragnarök is now the fastest selling first-party game in PlayStation history. The company announced the record on the official PlayStation Twitter account, claiming that 5.1 million copies have been sold in its debut week. This makes it the fastest selling first-party launch of all time for Sony, and naturally makes it a franchise record for the God of War series. The last game Sony declared as its fastest selling at launch was The Last of Us Part 2, which it stated was the fastest selling PS4 exclusive with more than 4 million copies sold in just 3 days. Before we go, a quick roundup of the notable releases from the past week. All 3 of the following games released on Tuesday the 22nd. We start with third-person Old West shooter Evil West for PC, PS5, PS4 and Xbox consoles. From 35 reviews, the PC port scored an average 73%. The PS5 release from 18 outlets scored an average 70%. And the Xbox Series version from 8 outlets scored an average 75%. GUNGRAVE G.O.R.E also released for PC, PS5, PS4 and Xbox consoles. The PC version from 5 reviews received an average of 54%. The PS5 port from 29 outlets scored an average of 59%. And the Xbox Series release from 11 publications scored an average of 56% score. And finally, roguelike Ship of Fools released for all major platforms. At the time of talking, only the PS5 port has been reviewed, with 5 publications scoring the game an average 77%. With all that said, we've reached the end of this week's episode. Be sure to leave your thoughts on any of the stories we talked about today in the comments down below, and while you're down there, let me know what games you've been playing this week. If you enjoyed this, please leave us a thumbs up and a subscribe, it really helps out the channel. And if you're interested to hear updates on our content, follow us on Twitter at BloodyBrillGames, including our upcoming Wii U Roundtable. I'm Sam, thank you for watching Bloody Brilliant Games. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.